Hi everyone, so I am going to be trying out this thing called what I'm going to call a make update, kind of a play on makeup and update, or you can call it a makeup date, but basically where I spend about 10 to 20 minutes just talking about what's been going on in my life makeup wise, what's been coming in and out of my collection, kind of what thoughts I have on makeup, and just kind of a few minutes into kind of like my makeup brain. Again, completely unedited just because I wanted all time, but also I think just to so you can kind of see my train of thought. So first, let's go ahead and talk about some of the exciting out things that I'm going to be that have been happening in my collection. I've been able to use up a lot of things in the past 2 weeks, and I'm really excited to show you guys. So let's start with the lip things. So the first thing I used up was I was able to finish my DIY Franken lipstick. It's pretty much all the way rolled up. There's like a little nubbin in there, and I don't really feel like digging. So I'll put this back into kind of my Frankening collection, and when I do the next round of Franken lip products, I'll probably use this and fill that back up. I was able to use this lip glow oil. It's just a dupe of the Dior one. I used it pretty religiously over the last 2 weeks, and I think I'm actually down to like the top of the W now, which is pretty good with the wand in. So when I take the wand out, you can imagine like how much lower that is. Um, but yeah, but I think that's pretty good for 2 weeks use. I think it gives me a good idea of what I'm able to accomplish 2 weeks in 2 weeks time, but I think I need to try something else. I'm excited to try something else. So I'll put this back into kind of my stash and then kind of pull from there next time I want to use this. But packaging is beautiful. Just the product itself is all right. It is like a dupe, so it's not going to be perfect. It is what's on my lips right now. The last thing that I'm not quite done yet, but I think I'm going to be done in the next few days, and thus I'm going to roll something else in, is this e.l.f. lip liner in soft pink. It is honestly like the perfect pink lip liner for me, but I am so close. This is all the way rolled up. You can hear it clicking there. But it's a pretty firm product, so I don't use that much every time. But I think this will probably last me maybe 3 or 4 days. And so I'll roll something in since I'll probably start using something else before my next update. The next awesome thing is that in my Freedom palette, it's a little messy right now. I didn't get to wipe it down before this, but I did hit pan in my Franken eyeshadow, and the pan actually expanded really fast. I think it's like loosely packed now that I've like Frankened it. So things are just starting to kind of flake out of there. So I do have to be careful using it, but I'm not mad at it either. I have another expensive pink in my collection. Um, and I mean, eyeshadows are never go fast, so it's all good. Quick update on the blush over here. I did start using it. I actually really like it. It's on my cheeks right now. You can probably barely tell, but it's actually Peaches from MAC. It's a sheer tone blush, and it's really pretty. So I'm glad I'm starting to see some use on it now. Next quick update would be this lotion that I rolled in last time through my grab bag shop, my stash. And what I typically like to do is actually decant them into this, what is it called? It's like an air pump, an airless pump packaging. I just got like a pack of these on Amazon, and just every time I want something in my collection, I just fill this up. It's a lot easier to use than this bottle. It's like a rigid bottle. You like shake it out and tap it out, and that's just annoying. So I just put it in this, and I'm already starting to see a little bit of movement there, so that's exciting. Kind of a boring update, but I did finish a setting spray. This was okay. I found it a little bit too mattifying for what I like, so moved on to something else. But it was good for what it's worth. I think I got it on sale too, so that's done. It was good mister too. That's always important. Very exciting update is my Mac Studio Fix Plus powder, I think. Some long name like that. I had it in the shade C4, which for some time it was actually the perfect shade, and then I think I got less tan over the last year, so it became a little too dark. But I finished it. It's a nice pan. I even cleaned it up for you guys. It's a nice pan, so very, very excited about that. I think I actually got it used, so I didn't use all of it, but I was the one to hit pan in it. I repressed it. And because I got a little tan over the summer and this was a little too dark for me like the rest of the year, I actually kind of used it kind of as like a light bronzer, and that worked really well for me to finish this up. So I'm really excited about that. I do have this Laura Geller Balance and Brighten foundation in medium that I'm going to start dipping into and seeing if I also like this. I do love this one though, so I might get it when it's on sale, and I think the next month or so. It's, it's really expensive now. There's a lot of product in here. I've been preaching that everywhere I can. It's 15 grams of powder, which is a lot. The Laura Geller one here only has 9 grams. Not saying that it takes a short time to finish that up either, but 15 grams for a really, really good powder like this, I think is worth it in my book. So I will see if that's something I pick up in the future. All right, so those were kind of all the things that are in and out, or all the things that are going out, or at least updates on stuff that you've seen before. So now I'm going to talk about everything that's come in, because the past 2 weeks I got a lot of stuff. I think part of it is because I'm preparing to go on a no-buy in the next year, and there's just this mentality of like a hoarder's mentality, right? It's like before disaster, like before something, like before you won't have something for a long time, you just like go all in and you just get a lot of stuff. I think that's kind of what's happening now. Plus the holiday sets are coming out, and it's just kind of not a great space to like be on a to be limiting what I'm bringing to my collection. But just wanted to update you on what I have first, and then we can kind of talk about how I'm rotating this into my collection or not. So first and foremost, if you saw my channel, I did do a review on the holiday lip kit from Sephora. This is the bag it came in, and there was a good number of things that came in there. Let me make sure I got all of them. I hear the clattering there. So I think it came with 7 products, and I don't think I'm going to go into depth here, but there's 2 lip liners, and since I'm almost done with a lip liner, I think I'm going to roll one of these in to use over the next 2 weeks and see how I like it. Been really eyeing the Charlotte Tilbury one, so I think this one's going to go into my daily rotation, and update you guys on whether or not to roll it out in 2 weeks. In terms of the lipstick, since I finished a lipstick, I really enjoyed that gloss, but I do want to try something new since I have this lip kit. I think I'm going to try to make something work. I really loved my experience with the Rare Beauty lip gloss. So let me put this one down. And I really enjoyed this one. So I think I might roll this one in to see how I like it. It's kind of a more opaque gloss. So we'll see how I like that one. In terms of like a lip balm type thing, like something to actually give gloss, I might try this one and see how I like it. This is the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump. It's just pretty much like a balmy gloss in my book. It really doesn't give much pigment. So I'll see how this one, I feel like this is probably gonna be what I use least, depending on what vibe I'm going for. So we'll do that for now. And some of the other things that have come into my collection, which I won't be using right away, but I'm excited to at least show you guys, is one is the Maybelline Baby Lips in My Pink. This is actually a pH lipstick, or lip balm, which I wasn't expecting. And on top of that, the smell on this is actually really similar to a MAC lipstick, which I have been like hunting for. Other products that have that kind of vanilla scent that MAC lipsticks are so famous for. Unfortunately, MAC has discontinued a lot of my favorite lipsticks, so I'm not as gravitated towards their lipsticks as much as I used to, or at least every time I try one, I don't love it as much as I thought I would. So this is, if all of them are in, if all the baby lips are in that kind of scent, I might have to get a few more. But for now, I tried it a few times. It's a really pretty color, really subtle, kind of that pink peach changing color, not that really vibrant pink that some pH products are known for. So I am excited to roll this in when I'm ready to roll it in. But this is really actually a surprisingly beautiful product, and it smells good. So that's perfect. And with the Sephora order that I got, or at least a previous Sephora order too, I don't remember, but I did pick up 2 moisturizers. Let's see if I can show this properly. I'm not going to open them right away since I'm working on that Suhasu one, but I've been really wanting to try the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I honestly have really mixed thoughts on Charlotte Tilbury as a person, so as to support her brand, I feel kind of weird about it, but these are good products, and so objectively, if they're good products, I do want to try them. So I'm going to bring this into my collection at some point. I guess it's like a technically a moisturizer, but maybe more of like a priming moisturizer. So I'll see how this fits into my routine. But I'm excited to try it. I heard there's a really strong scent on this, which I'm not a huge fan of really strong scents. So I'm glad I just have a sample. Plus, I'm also a sucker for like like sample packaging, like tiny jars and stuff. So that's part of the reason why I got it. Actually, same thing with this other moisturizer too. Was I don't necessarily need more moisturizer, but this is an eye cream actually. Actually, an eye cream I could use. I don't have one of those, but and I'll bring that into my collection when I'm ready, rotation when I'm ready for it. This packaging is also really cute too. Actually, it's glass too. It's really nice. So so yeah, I feel like both are gonna last me a little while, so I think these were nice, like little samples to pick up. And then the actual samples that come with Sephora, with like the 2 free ones, I got some of these recently. So this is actually a really nice size one. I wasn't expecting this to be like this big of a sample. It's a Christian Dior lipstick sample. Get 4 colors here. Surprisingly, actually, I've been wanting to test out red lipsticks for some reason. I never wear red out. I don't really know why, but maybe it's just one part of my one like trend that I haven't been able to really get into, and I want to see if I like it for myself. And I really don't want to buy like a full lip liner or a full lipstick because I just want people to use these up. So I'm glad that this came and one of them is more of a reddy color. And I have other, and maybe I can mix them too to make it like a darker red or whatever I want. So I'm excited to try that when I am ready to test that out. And I'm feeling that those won't be easy to use up either. So, and then these are now just foil packets. I have a tester of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. Hollywood Flawless Filter. I don't know how all of you say it like so quickly because it's a tongue twister for me. Hollywood Flawless Filter. Just a quick swatch sample, which is enough for me. I don't expect myself to actually buy a full one, but have just been wanting to see what the hype's been about. And then I have another baby moisturizer here, which probably a few uses. A primer, a glowing primer, which, like I mentioned in my last video, I've been wanting to try more of those. And then also a L'Oreal serum also came in. So I'll put those into my rotation and maybe make a grab bag out of that when I'm ready for it. But yeah, this is a lot of new products that have come into my collection. Let me see, there's 7, 8, 9, 10, like more full use products, and then like 4 foil packets. So in the sense of going into a no buy, I think I have more than enough makeup to hold me over, including the stuff that's in my grab bags, shop my stash, right? So I think I just need to be mindful, especially when like some sales draw me in or stuff go on sale and whatnot. Like I really have to be keeping that kind of self-talk going about I have enough, I have more than enough. And I think a big one too is that sales and new launches and stuff will always come around, that it's not a hype I need to buy into. And once I get those products into my collection, I am committed, or at least I want to commit to using them up as much as I can. And that can take a long time, a lot longer than when the next launch or the next sale comes out. So I think these are just some of the thoughts that I've been having. And one more thing actually I want to mention, kind of a random one, is that I was like, if I'm going to spend so much time thinking about my makeup collection, thinking about what's coming in and out, maybe what's another way I can spend my time and like feel like I'm still getting to dip my toe into the makeup beauty world without needing to spend a ton of money. Well, I am spending a ton of money, but in the sense of like it could potentially benefit me down the road, and that is stocks. I don't have a large portfolio. I don't actually know that much, but I have a small portfolio going, and just started looking at companies, right? Like Ulta. Sephora, which actually sits under like Louis Vuitton, um, Estee Lauder, some of those big companies that own all the makeup brands, and kind of just seeing like where their trends were and if I wanted to invest a little bit into them, and seeing maybe down the road if my investment was worth it. So I did, starting to watch those, and it's kind of exciting just because I feel like for me, maybe it's just my point of view, but I feel like especially with the holiday sales that are coming up with Black Friday, I feel like just the makeup market is just gonna explode, even for a short period of time. And if I make a short-term investment, maybe it's worth it. So I'm watching, and I just want to put that out there because I feel like we talk a lot about buying and not or buying or not buying, using up what we have, but I don't think we always talk about maybe there's other ways that we can invest our time and money into the makeup world. Um, and I'm experimenting with that. So I'll keep you guys updated with what I see. I feel like right now there is a dip happening, so it's a little disappointing to watch, but I feel like, it's always risky and it's always just kind of on your gut feeling. Is like I feel like things, especially based on trends, it's probably gonna be hopefully a little bit better. So we'll see what happens, but just kind of my thoughts on that. And wanted to mention that here. So that's today's makeup date. I will see you for the next one, and hopefully we can keep this going. So have a great week, and I will see everyone later.